Hi guys, how's it going today? So today is January 19. It's about 1 p.m., a little bit after lunch, and I haven't had lunch yet, even though I should probably eat, and I'm starving right now. So I think after this analysis that I've been humming and hawing about for the past 2 hours, finally ready to make a video on it. It's not a prediction video, it's more of a setup video. It's a setup video because as traders, what we try to do is we try to look for setups, and we like to plan ahead, keep it in our tracker, and then when the time comes, we got a lot of tricks up our sleeves and lots of entries that are possible with specific exits that are timed. And then what I see right now on a daily chart is this first of all, okay? I see 5 waves going up. Let me get my toolbar up here. I see 5 waves going up. And by the way, guys, if you enjoy my content, feel free to subscribe to it on YouTube, Twitter, and upvote it on Steemit as well. So I see 5 waves going up like this, okay? And I see this as an ABC correction so far. But I am uncertain about this specific wave structure right there. But what I do know is that we are very close to a 1-to-1 ratio. In fact, it almost did make a 1-to-1 ratio already. So it leads me to wonder, is that the exact bottom? Now, we go through each indicator one by one, and we look at the daily and see that it has rounded off right now, okay? It has rounded off into a more neutral territory. I'm not sure why my numbers don't show up on the side here. Let me refresh the page. It always goes to Bitcoin. I should probably just buy TradingView already. But I feel I don't need the extra features, so why get something if you feel you don't need it, right? Okay, so here's Ethereum Classic. Again, I forgot what I was talking about. I completely forgot what I was talking about, so I'm just going to start again. So we see this line right here, and we're going to look at the indicators. We see that's leveled off into a neutral territory, which is between like the 35 and the 65 region right here. Right there. So it hasn't entered bullish or bearish territory yet on the daily chart. And on the daily chart, what we see is we see a very nice bullish pin bar, right? But the next candle after that, we see a shooting star. And now this candle is the indecision candle right here, where today Ethereum Classic has no idea what it wants to do. The bulls have attempted to push it up, the bears have pushed it back down, and now the body of the candle is right between the 55 exponential moving average. And that's the moving average that I play. On my bitfinex charts, I've got my 8, my 13, 21, and 55 up there. Let me just show you guys it actually. Let me just close my balance and stuff. I don't have any positions up right now, so on mine, I got it showing like this, okay? It's actually really nice. I got my moving averages showing like this with my 55 on top. So for example, if on Ethereum Classic, if you went on a 15-minute chart here, right? If you bought it on the breakout of a 55 moving average strategy here, so if you bought it right there, right on the breakout, where the moving average is now finally bouncing off of it, you would basically be riding it to where it falls underneath it right here, just to guarantee you gain maximum profit. So right here, $30 to $31.80. So these are the moving averages strategies that I'm using right now. And I got tons of videos on it. So I'm looking for an ideal setup that's going to be added to my book for a pretty big reward right here. What I'm looking for is not today, but the next day, all right? We're now over the 55 moving average. Therefore, the next day, if that candle closes, so in about 24 hours plus another 5 hours, right? So today's closing in 5 hours and the next 24 hours. If that candle closes successfully above the 55 moving average and it tries to reject it, just like this, for example, okay? Just like this right here. We close above it and there's a slight rejection on the 55 moving average, then I will enter a long position. And it makes entire sense to do so. I'll enter a long position for a nice, because we're now establishing a bullish territory. And also this shape is going to hold right here. See, the thing about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 patterns is like this, okay? Sometimes you get an A and then you get a B that makes a double top like that. Okay, and then the C is we have no idea what's going to happen with it. If we just go to even a higher time frame and just assume that candles overlap, this is more like the neckline right there, right? That's more like the neckline right there, and then we end up getting a head and shoulders pattern like here that did not break the neckline actually. which was interesting. Even though this one is higher than it, I would still consider it an H&S possibility where it doesn't breach the neckline. So that's a not bad risk to reward ratio there. So I definitely have it on my mind here for up to about a 30% gain, which is pretty big, right? And stop loss set slightly underneath it. But if we get like a bullish pin bar the next day, right? Or something bullish with volume. See, the volume is slightly going up here. We see it not today because there's still time to go, but we do see the volume picking up here. And we do see, like if I go to a 2-hour chart, right, we see a lot of bull traps up there, right? Not have really successfully closed above it with a lot of volume. So yes, it's okay to draw our resistance like this. And now that's the best case scenario. If there's a bullish pin bar or some candle that indicates it closes over it and rejects the bulls, perfect 30% play right there. Now the worst case scenario is that of course we get an extended correction, right? I can't really count the wave here too well. Like this can't be 3 because there's not enough of a consolidation there. So this might be it right here, right? There's might be 1, 2, 3, and then another massive wave coming down to the $22 ranges about. And the reason I say $22 is because of this right here, where there's a lot of activity and price action in this specific zone right there. See, around the $22 zone. Right here, we see price action there, here. It also rejected barely, like right around here as well. So this is a zone that I'll be watching for. So it would be great if this one doesn't retrace a lot, right? So if we zoom on it closer on this time frame right there, we take a look at Fibonacci. So I'm looking at Fibonacci right here, and I want it to retrace maybe in the next few hours to maybe 29 or I don't know, something respectable, right? And then it bounces off of it, which now gives the potential for us to still close with a body in the middle of the 55 EMA. So if it closes in the 55 EMA, great, then we've actually retraced a little bit to the 28, 29, right? And then this candle will make an indecision candle. So I'm trying to plan 4 or 5 steps ahead, right? So right now, it looks like this right now, okay? But now if it goes to 28, 29, it'll correct just a little bit. It'll still look a little bit bullish. It'll still be green, right? It won't be exactly a bearish shooting star. And then the next day after that is the day where we retrace to maybe the 6.8 or 618 Fibonacci region. And then after that, we bounce and get a bullish candle for the next day. And that's how my 30% scenario comes in, right? And then the worst case scenario is that of course we end up retracing much more than that, and it breaks through to 100% retracement, and then we fall out of here, and that could possibly very well happen as well, right? And because Ethereum Classic lagged behind there, Ethereum stole the show for a bit, and other altcoins, we might get some sort of pattern here. But before we get this pattern, we actually get a wedge pattern in here first, right? We get a wedge pattern in here, like a descending triangle, and then it might break down, right? Just a little bit. And then if that really does break down, then of course we'll see these lower regions over here. So I just thought I'd share one of the plays that I have up my sleeves right now. But of course, like any other play, they need to meet a lot of criteria before we can enter them properly. And if we keep planning like this ahead of time and try to hunt for setups and think to ourselves, okay, if this happens, then I can do this, right? If and only if statements, then it's very easy for us to get very well timed with our entries where we can also target exits, right? So exit would be obviously, you know, somewhere up there. So that's a pretty good play if these supports hold, but I don't know if they're going to hold yet. This is just a possibility for down the road. So that's it, guys. Just a super short video for a play that I've got up my sleeves there that I'm planning ahead of time and will be monitoring, because I've been a fan of Ethereum Classic since like $20, guys. It's, you know, since lower than that actually. I think since like 15, around this uptrend over here, I was interested in it, right? That was pretty fun. And then it broke down to over here, and then I got into, no, sorry, not over here. I'm talking about around $15, like right over here in early November when it broke out. So yeah, if you guys like these videos, I'd appreciate an upvote, a subscribe, a like, you know, the whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards to support me. I don't even need to say it. You guys, I know that you guys appreciate the work that I do, and I always appreciate the community giving back as well. So have yourselves a good one, and good luck if you plan to monitor this trade. Just be very diligent and watch it, okay? I'll probably end up tweeting about it a lot, so we can follow each other there like that.